Vice President, Entertainment and Port Adventures, Disney Cruise Line, Jim Ury.
Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. And how are you enjoying your time in Disney World? Well, we're pleased to have you here, and we have a very special Disney Cruise Line presentation we want to share with you, so we're pleased you could make it. Thank you for joining us. 2011 has already turned into a magical start for the year for us, with the launch, of course, in January of the Disney Dream, our latest cruise ship. And as many of you know, Disney revolutionized the industry with ship design, and from stem to stern for families of all different age groups, and we try to make sure we have kind of an experience for every single person in the family. So we're pleased to have 3 ships in our fleet now. We've retained that since we brought online the Disney Dream. So with the Disney Wonder, the Disney Magic, and the Disney Dream, we have 3 ships. Exciting times for us. But innovative guest experiences are a hallmark of Disney Cruise Line. A tradition we proudly extend to the newest ship. With that in mind, I wanted to share with you some of the feedback that we've received to date on our brand new ship, the Disney Dream. First of all, I must tell you, we're very pleased that everybody loves the magical portholes. And so much so that guests are actually refusing complimentary upgrades to go to other cabins so they can stay and actually see this brand new wow firsthand. And it really is a big hit for us. And speaking of wows, we're watching families now scurry around the ship, getting involved in their detective game. It's unbelievable to see the family having so much fun, going around exploring with a magical card, unlocking with this enchanted art, a mysterious cruise experience, a game that we've never had before on the ship, and it's once again a big hit for our guests. And then there's a new interpretation of a long-time favourite for us. I think lots of you know this. The animated palette's been a big hit for us, but on the Disney Dream, we take it to a different level, a brand new experience. And I'm going to tell you, you have to see the faces of the children in the audience when Crush comes around, a totally awesome dude, and from Finding Nemo, the turtle, and he swims by to their tables, he interacts with the children, knows them by name, and bands with them. It really is a magical experience. And as you can probably imagine, our guests are raving about Aqueduct. This is the first in the industry, the only in the industry, a water coaster at sea, and I can tell you, we're showing children on here, and it's extremely popular, but it's the adults that keep going back and back and back. So it's truly an experience for everybody, and this is a huge wow for us, the Aqueduct. I guess we try to create a distinctive fleet of Disney ships so that we can actually provide an experience for every age group, whether you're 16 or 60, and that's what our guests tell us. It really is an all-inclusive vacation for the entire family. From the premium adult dining experience, of course, in Parlo and Remy, that are so popular, to the whimsical worlds that we created in the Oceania Club and Land for the Children. It truly is a vacation that everybody on board the ship can enjoy in their own way. With this tremendous momentum pushing us forward, I'm excited to tell you that it's less than 1 year away before our newest ship comes online, the Disney Fantasy, which will join our Disney Cruise Line family. Our 4th ship will feature many of the innovative elements that you're used to seeing on the Disney Dream, but with some surprising twists that will give the Fantasy her own unique identity. The maiden voyage of the Disney Fantasy is set to sail from Port Canaveral on March the 31st, 2012. At that time, the ship will start to begin 1-week cruises into the Caribbean for 1-week-long cruises. So, very exciting times. But to tell you a little bit more, to reveal some of the magic behind the Disney Fantasy, I'd like to ask you to have a welcome to the stage the Creative Senior Vice President of Walt Disney Imagineering, Joe Lancicero.
Hey! I know he already asked you how you're doing, my man, because I couldn't hear backstage. How you doing? Was it NoHost Bar? How cool is that? Anyway, okay, thanks, Jim. Wow, so cool to see your name up on the screen. All right, Disney Fantasy, wow, it's going to offer all the innovative features of Disney Dream, including the great things that everybody loves, like the Aqueduct and the virtual portholes. But the Disney Fantasy will feature new design elements and great new guest experiences. For example, cue the slide. There we go, the atrium lobby. So on the Dream, we have an Art Deco motif teeth that runs through the ship. On the Disney Fantasy, we're going to introduce, as we did on the Disney Wonder, Art Nouveau. And look at this beautiful lobby. It's filled with all kinds of Nouveau-inspired details, this lovely hues of blue and green and pink, this grand sweeping staircase, marble floors, beautiful fluted columns, elegant, very nice. But the main feature there in the center is our atrium lobby statue, which will feature Mademoiselle Minnie. There she is, off to take a grand cruise. So she's got her hat box there and her umbrella, and she's dressed up in an Erte style dress that's reminiscent of the period and actually picks up some of the design details from the space. And there she is together with the beautiful atrium lobby. So let's move on. Another space that we're going to give a little bit of a different twist to. This is our elegant dining restaurant. On the Dream we have the Royal Palace. Here we're going to have the Royal Court. And again, inspired by the great Disney films, Cinderella, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast. You get to dine in elegant splendor, surrounded by little details from those films, glass slippers, apples, roses. On the back of it, which you can't see in this, you can kind of see in the back there, there are these beautiful handcrafted mosaics that were having done in Italy by fantastic craftspeople there. And there's over 200,000 tiles. And I know that because I had to count each one. Well, actually, there's 200,004. All right, let's move on to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. New to the Disney Fantasy, we're going to let our young princesses get a chance to get a princess makeover. Here they'll go in and they'll meet their fairy godmother in training and get an option of various different levels of makeover where they can get the full treatment with the tiara and the dress there, get the makeup and have the full princess experience. But we're also going to do something special in this venue because on Pirate Night, our cue the slide, it becomes the Pirates League. And here, our guests, both our adult guests and our kids and men and women alike, can live out their pirate fantasy. You get the patch on the eye and no peg legs, sorry. And the hat and the whole 9 yards. And it's really cool because with just a few visual elements that we can switch around in the space, like you can see there's the skull and crossbone where the little tiara was, and we change out the chairs. So great experience. And then together, you know, this totally immersive guest experience that will be unique to the ships, similar to what we have currently at our resorts and our theme parks. But as you can see, we've given it a whole different twist with this Pirates League spin on it. Now, nighttime entertainment for the adults. Adult district. We have the great district on the Disney Dream. We wanted to give our guests a whole new experience on the Disney Fantasy. So we're going to create Europa, and this is a trip around Europe. We're going to take you all of our venues and give them a little European spin. So in one night, you can go around Europe without any of the hassles of jet lag. No passport necessary. Our first stop along the way is La Piazza. We're going to go to Italy first. This is inspired by Italian cities with decorative outdoor piazzas and this merry-go-round here that actually doesn't move, although after a night of drinking, you may think it's moving. Beautiful Venetian masks on there. You can see, again, same level of fantastic detail that we put on the Dream. We're taking that and running with it here. Another venue along the way is the Skyline Bar. Now this, as you know, is one of the venues that we have on the Dream. It's proven to be very popular, so we're bringing it back. But the Skyline, as you know, is magic windows out in the world. And here we'll be taking you to cities around Europe. You'll get to travel to Paris, London, Barcelona, Athens, and St. Petersburg. And as you know, with the twinkle of a little bit of pixie dust, in one moment you're sitting in one city and whoop, changes, and in another city the music changes, and then we have those great drinks that coincide with the cities that you're seeing out the window there. Continuing our European tour, we're going to head off to O'Gill's Pub. Hey, there must be some Irish in the audience. We know they know how to party, and you'll have a great time at O'Gill's. It's a rollicking Irish bar with some modern twists. You can see it's actually kind of a fresh take on an Irish pub. And this is also where we have a lot of flat screens so you can see your gaming events and such. There's going to be dart boards and game boards. A lot of fun here in the Irish pub. Hopefully people won't get too out of control. Now let's move on and take the short trip over to Paris. Ooh la la. Okay, this is inspired by an elegant French boudoir with a lot of fun twists. And this is our champagne bar. Like pink on the dream, this is where we'll have our signature champagne available for our cruise line guests. It's whimsical but sophisticated. This place is going to be a lot of fun. Now, for the real pumping, dancing nightclub experience, we're going to have to take a trip on the tube, get in the underground, and we're heading off to London. And it's very fun. You're going to actually enter into the tube through a little foggy moment, like foggy old London with the London Bridge in the background and the silhouette of the Big Ben. And once inside, we have the map of the London subway there on the floor. But again, after a couple of drinks, I don't think you'd be able to find your way around. The decor itself is kind of a little bit of hip, retro modern look with definite inspirations from the London Underground. Some of it's really fun. Some of the booths are like you're actually sitting in a car from the subway. We have the Union Jack overhead, and the bar has Big Ben like element over the top of it. So again, another really fun venue in this great adult district. But now, I'm going to get you really the meat of what thing I'm excited about all this. I love what we do on these ships. But for those of you familiar with Animator's Palette, and I'm sure you all are, we have, it's a signature restaurant which we introduced first on our classic ships, on the Magic and the Wonder, there they are, where we took the restaurant, we took it from black and white and turned it into color. There we go. And then on the Dream, we introduced, there we go, the Undersea Magic, where our guests got the opportunity to find Meet Crush, this interactive crush moment where he swam around from table to table and you got to meet him. But on the Fantasy, guests won't just be watching animated magic. They won't just interact with the characters. On the Fantasy, guests will create their own animated characters. Yes, you heard me right. They will create their own animated characters. So in the real world, the animation process takes years of practice and hard work. I know that because I started my Disney career as an animator, and what a cool thing it was, that first moment when you saw your animation come to life. So everybody now is going to get that moment. So with a little pixie dust and technology created specifically for this experience, our guests can create their own magic. So it begins, as soon as you set foot in the restaurant, each place setting includes this placemat that you see here. And the guests get to draw their own animated character. The server will instruct the guests to stay inside the lines here, and the guests can draw anything within reason. Animated characters that they see on the walls, because there'll be plenty of inspiration with the characters around the walls. Imaginary characters, whatever pops into your head. And then when they're completed, the waiter comes by and takes these away. Now once everybody is seated, the lights dim, and there's a sprinkling of pixie dust, the lights in the room all change, and some of the inspirational artwork on the walls magically turns into sketches of Mickey Mouse, as he'd be drawn by a Disney animator. Actually, you'll see in a moment, it starts with a little drawing and it comes to life. So prepare yourselves. Here's a little sneak peek on video.
Sit back and relax as the dining room
dinner. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest.
Well, I wish I could show you all of just how magical it's going to be, and it is. I just came from the Dream where we were doing a little rehearsal here, and I got to see all this for the first time in the actual restaurant space, and it is fantastic. So while the guests are eating, the restaurant walls will be filled with classic Disney and Pixar characters, gathering food, eating and drinking together, celebrating over meals with film clips from all these various films, everything from Winnie the Pooh to Ratatouille. And while the animated scenes from the films themselves appear on the large screen throughout the restaurant, concept art from each film also appears on the smaller screens. That's what you're seeing around the main image there. Everything from character designs to background paintings, storyboards, pencil animation, and this is all from the Disney archives, and a lot of this stuff, very cool, are things that have never been shown to the general public. We got full access to the archives there. But of course, an animated film truly becomes a classic only when it's completed and its creators, our guests, get to watch it with family and friends. And that's why the finale to Animation Magic and the Animator's Palette is one of the most magical moments, I'm telling you, it will be, ever created for the Disney Cruise Line. So remember those drawings that you did early on? Each guest completed at the start of the meal? Well, they'll play a special role in the finale of the dining experience. So what I'm about to show you here on screen is not the finale itself. For the full show, sorry, you'll have to join us on board the ship. But the following montage of our finale will give you just a hint of what awaits our guests and what magic they'll discover as they finish dessert. Okay, hit it. Dalmatians, they run away at the end, on the floor in the restaurant, we have fiber optics of the Dalmatian puppies that will light up and kind of show you to the door. But that's not all. So to commemorate the experience, after you've done your drawing, we're going to return your placemat, and then there will be magic, boink, a little gold seal come out right there. Look at that, showing that you are now an official Disney animator. Wow. So, when you put it all together, I think you'll see the entire onboard experience. All these new elements that we're adding to the fantasy is going to just make one unforgettable, remarkable, and fantastic experience. But there's more. And to tell you about the full slate of entertainment awaiting you on the Disney Fantasy, I'm going to welcome back Mr. Jim Murray. And thank you for your time this afternoon.